Tomorrow morning, before you speak to anyone, you will reach for a cup, coffee, tea, an energy drink, something warm and dark and familiar. You will drink it, and a few minutes later, the fog in your head will start to lift, and you will feel like a person again. But that drink never gave you a single unit of energy, not one. Caffeine does not add anything to your body. It hides something. To understand what, you have to meet a molecule called adenosine. Every second you are awake, your brain is burning fuel. And every time it burns fuel, it leaves behind a small piece of waste. That waste is adenosine. It builds up, slowly, hour after hour. Adenosine has one job. It floats through your brain and clicks into tiny docking points on your brain cells, like a key sliding into a lock. Each time a key turns, your brain gets a little slower, a little heavier, a little more willing to lie down. That feeling you call tiredness, it is just a count. It is your brain measuring how many locks are full. So what does caffeine do? Caffeine looks almost exactly like adenosine. Close enough to fool the lock, it slides into the same docking points and then it does nothing at all. It just sits there, blocking. Swedish scientist Bertil Fredholm spent decades mapping this, and his work made one thing clear. Caffeine is not a fuel. It is a blindfold. Your brain is still tired. It simply cannot read the meter anymore. And here's the part almost nobody thinks about. While caffeine is sitting in those locks, the adenosine does not go away. It keeps building and building. A crowd forming outside a locked door. Then the caffeine wears off, the door swings open, and all of it rushes in at once. That is the crash. It was never a drop in energy. It was a bill arriving. Have you ever wondered why a coffee at 4 in the afternoon feels harmless? It is not. Caffeine has a half-life of about 5 to 6 hours, which simply means half of your afternoon cup is still moving through your body when your head hits the pillow. In 2013, sleep researcher Christopher Drake tested this directly. He gave people caffeine 6 full hours before bed. They said they slept fine. The monitors said they lost more than an hour of sleep. Your body kept score even when you did not. And that missing sleep does something strange the next morning. You wake up with more adenosine than you should have. You feel worse. So you reach for the cup again. Roland Griffiths at Johns Hopkins spent years studying this exact loop. He found that regular caffeine drinkers start feeling withdrawal within 12 to 24 hours without it. Headaches, low mood, a brain that will not focus. Which means for many people, that first cup is not lifting them above normal. It is dragging them back up to normal. So why does this molecule even exist? Not for you. Caffeine is a plant's weapon. Coffee, tea, and cacao plants make it to paralyze the insects that chew their leaves. It is a natural pesticide, but plants found a second use for it. Researchers at Newcastle University discovered that some flowers put a tiny dose of caffeine into their nectar. Bees that drink it remember the flower better, and they come back more often. The plant was not feeding the bee. It was training it. Sit with that for a moment. The same chemical that pulls a bee back to the same flower is the one that pulls you toward the same cafe, the same mug, the same time every single morning. You are the bee. So here is what is really happening. Caffeine does not create energy. It blocks the signal that tells you that you are tired. The tiredness keeps stacking up behind that block. The crash is simply that debt coming due. Your afternoon cup is quietly stealing tonight's sleep, and your morning cup is often just paying back what yesterday's cup borrowed. None of this means you should quit. It only means you should know what you are actually holding. So tell me, what time do you drink your last cup of the day? And be honest, have you ever tried to stop and felt your head start pounding by lunchtime? Drop it in the comments. I want to see how many of us are running on borrowed time. Tomorrow morning, you will reach for that cup again. Now you know what it is really doing.